Hey, good morning, afternoon, guys. We have our test jig set up. We got a pair of the newest second generation green stripe hoppers back, and this is one issue that never really turns out to be what it's thought to be. Customer has said that it miscounts, and I'm always leery, especially on a rear load machine. Pardon me. Especially on a rear load machine, because as we know, these were sent in without diverter chutes, but that doesn't mean they were not being used. So rear load machines are a little tough to line up because you can't see anything. You almost have to get a mirror in there. But what I tell people generally is run a few 20s through there, and if they think they're being miscounted, slide the hoppers out. Make sure the quarters are not hitting the bottom of the cabinet. Sometimes the chutes, and you got three of them. You got one here, you got one here on the right side, and then you have the long 7 or 8 inch chute bolted to the pay cup, and sometimes that needs to be adjusted. So we're going to find out if in fact there may be a software problem. We are using the newest universal board. And when I say newest, this is new. So we're going to turn it on. It should come up with 72 or 136, something like that. All right. $72. That means that's what they tested it with. 2 20s, 2 10s, 2 5s, and 2 1s equals 72. This is a brand new board. So what let's do here is we're going to start with a 1. Because I'm on the opposite side of the bench, it's a little. Alright, should be 4 quarters in that catch basin. Alright, so there's 4. What I think I'm going to do now, I want to show you that this is a universal board. This is one of the first ones. It has the transformer mounted on a separate board down below. These two boards can come apart. As you see those 4 small Phillips screws, you can take that top board off. So this is the earlier style. And if we come up with 100% success rate on the brand new board, and we're using of course an MEI 27X2, then I think we're going to go reset up the jig with the earlier board in case there's any kind of a software difference. We're kind of trying to get to the bottom of a few little concerns that I haven't quite got the answer I wanted to. So I'm going to run a few bills through here. I'm going to set it up on the test jig. Pardon me, I'm going to set it up on the tripod. You kind of know what I'm doing here. I apologize for the disastrous mess, but that's unfortunately how we get anything done. We can't clean house every time we're done with a project, so stand by. We're going to try a 5. See if we get 20 coins. Alright, 1, 2, we got 10 coins out of my left hopper. We got exactly 10 coins out of the other one. So, for the naysayers, there are a few out there. I'm going to show you. I hope you can see that that's 10 coins. Alright, let's try a 20. Then I think I'm going to turn the camera off and just run random 20s through here, maybe for a little while. should be 40 coins come out of this left one, so you're going to have to trust me a little bit. There's 10. Another 10 is 20. Another 10. Trying to make this as fair as we can, guys, so we don't have somebody saying that miscounted. There's another 10, that makes 30. Another 10 makes 40. Now, the other side. These came in, they were also very dusty. Alright, we got 5 there. Another 5 here, that's 10. Oops. 15. 20. 5, 30, and 40. So what I'm going to do, guys, not going to bore you with a long video on counting quarters, but I'm going to run another probably 5 or so 20s in here, do a count. If everything comes up to snuff, which I have no reason to believe it won't, like I said, the hoppers were dirty, we cleaned them, cleaned the optics, then I'm going to set up the test jig with the first generation style board. So stand by, guys. Okay, we put through $100. I think about 3 20s, the rest are 5s and a lot of 1s. So I want to show you the accountability meter. As you remember, we started with a brand new board on 72. Shows 172 now, so we did put $100 in there. So what we're going to do now, momentarily, we are going to shut down and put our first generation control board in. Now this is a fresh board, been gone over, nice fresh new caps. This is the style that has the plug-in board, just so in case you're ever in question. So stand by, we will switch our test jig up and start again. Okay, we are back at it. We have our early, or as I like to call them, first generation universal board. I am going to write down the meter for us all. I think it'll be fair. We'll put another $100 in here. Alright. 68610 is our reading. 68610. Simple math would show we should have 68710 when we're done. Showing $100 has gone through here. So let's put that there. And we will start with the 20. Go for the gusto. Okay, I did not do this purposely, but I get this call all the time when all the coins come out of one hopper, not the other. Alright, I'll tell you what the issue is. Well, I'm 99.9% sure I know what the issue is. It's set on one hopper instead of two. So what we're going to do, this is a good time to show you the settings, okay? So here we go. Right button. 2 on the left shows hardware. Now we enter on the right button. Hoppers has got a little hashtag next to it. CC Talk. That's correct. Now, see that 1? Well, it's only going to operate on one hopper, and it's going to be this one. It has to be the top left. The way you change that 1 to a 2 is the far left button. Okay, it's on 2. Change it back to 1. Whoops, let me think about this. Change it back to 1. Change it back to 2. Now, to get it back to Jump Street, as I call it, or starting point, as you see, 68630, 68610 was where we started. So, now what we're going to do, we're going to restart it. Well, we're not, yeah, you know, I always tell people to restart them, so I'm going to do that for you. I don't know that that's 100% mandatory, but I think 1 of 500 chances it didn't take until it was reset. So, all right, let's do this. Move my sorry about the crudeness, guys. All right, what we're going to do now, start over. And let's start with a 1. Okay, 1 out of each side. I wasn't quite fast enough on the camera. That's another 1. 2 out of each one. Now let's see if it smooth sails for a 5. Okay, 10 out of each side. Let's go for a 20. Alright, so here's a little footnote. Let's just say this hopper quit after dispensing 10 coins. That was a 20 we put in, of course, so it would be 40 coins per side. If this one was to quit after 10 and this one got up to 20, this one would finish the sale or the vend or the dispense and give 50, okay, instead of just 40 and 40. So the machine is smart. One gets jammed. It'll take a minute, and I shouldn't say a minute, it'll take, oh, maybe 15-20 seconds. It may try and back up to clear a jam, but if it doesn't and stays stuck or just plain empty, this one will take over so it doesn't rob the customer, and the sold out light will not come on. So a lot of times people say the customer said this, customer said that. Sometimes they walk away and they don't wait long enough, which is a problem, and that's just human error. So anyways, I'm going to put the rest of these bills through so we get a fair shot. Let's see how many more we need. 68610, 686, so 57. Another 20. All right, another 5. See if we can't get up to the $100 mark. Okay, we ran out of 5, so we're going to go 3 more. We'll be $10 short of the $7.10 mark. Okay, still no kind of a jam. Still getting 2 out of each. Alright, we're going to call that good. We did run $90 through that, so let me recap just a second, guys. Stand by. Alright guys, so that's another one in the books. We did not have any kind of an issue with an out of order or a short pay here. However, would it have gone a different way before the hoppers were cleaned? Like I said, these both came in, they were very dusty. Certain places are, chronic problems with, such as laundromats, a lot of lint through the wall car wash units that are kind of exposed to the extreme weather plus the dust. These things are not dust-proof cabinets. Dust does get into them, so maybe next time we'll pull the hoppers right out of the box and plug them in and do a follow-up video. So for now, we did come to the conclusion that either Universal Board will run the newest second generation green stripe hoppers. So guys, I hope this helps somebody, and I'll put the link to our website down below in case you need some parts or service. We appreciate your viewership, and more importantly, we appreciate your business. Doug at Doug's World Tour. Out.